Good day, playmates. Our topic for today is about chess notation. But before that, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's start from a king. You can write a capital K, represent as your king. Then your queen, you can write a capital Q, represents as your queen. Next is our bishop. You can write a capital B as your bishop. Then is your knight. Even knight starts from letter K, but you can write it in a capital N. And our rook, you can write in a capital R, represents as your rook. And last is our pawn. No specific letters for the pawn. You can only identify pawn from ranks and files. Files are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Example: A file, B file, C file, D file, E file, F file, G file, and H file. Those are your files. Now, what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? These are your ranks. For example, rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, rank 5, rank 6, rank 7, and rank 8. Those are your 8 ranks in chessboards. Now, let's set an example. For example, E4, D5, E takes D5. X represents capture. Let's set another example. For example, A4, F5, F takes E4. Always remember that pawn is identified through ranks and files. Let's set another example. D3 and E6, and then bishop to B4. Check. Okay, you see that? The bishop B4 checking the white king. Let's set another example. For example, E3, V3, and then we make an example for the knight. Okay, let's set an example that knight checking the king from G5 to knight F3 check. Okay, from G5 to knight F3 check. Any pieces can attack and check the king except the king to king. Okay, let's set another example. If F3, G4, and then for example, let's try our queen. Let's open this to E6, and then queen check the king. Okay, so no cover. It means that white king checkmated by the black queen. You can use hashtag symbol for checkmated. Okay, let us continue. Let's go back from the start. Always remember that ranks and files are very important in chess notation. Let's go, for example, white wins. It means that 1-0. It is the way you write. And for example, black wins, that is the reverse, 0-1. Okay, white wins 1-0, black wins 0-1. In chess tournaments, it is very important to write a correct chess algebraic notations for in order to understand your recordings in your chess plays. Okay, let's go to the castling. How we record the castling movement. For example, this is king side. Yeah, castling king side is recorded as 0-0. Now let's go to the queen side. Queen side castling. This one, let's remove bishop, the pawn, the knight. This is only for example. So how we record a queen side castling? First, hold your king 1, 2, and then your rook 0-0-0. That is a queen side castling. Okay, the king side is double 0, and then the queen side is 2-0. 3, I mean 0. You can always master this with your friends, your siblings, or your playmates in chess. Now let's go to how to record the capturing of the rook. So for example, this one, rook takes a5. Rook takes a5. Again, so for example, there is a two rooks in the A file and the H file. How do we record this? So for example, the rook from A file takes the E5 from queen. This is recorded as rook takes E5. Rook A takes E5. And for example, the rook from H, this is recorded as rook H takes E5. So you must indicate the file in order to determine whether the pieces you are using. Let's continue to the knight. So how do we record in capturing the knight? For example, this one, knight takes e5, because the black knight from e file, and then as a black captured the white knight, and then knight takes e5 is almost the same. So for example, how about this one? So came from the G file and the D file, two knights. So how do you record this? So for example, from G file, so this one G, so knight G takes e4 from the G knight. So for example, this one is a knight from the D file, so must record the knight D takes e4. That was how we record the capturing of the knight. If it is complicated, you must always indicate the file in order to understand your recordings. Let's continue. How about how to capture the bishop? How to record the bishop capture? So for this one, the queen from d5 takes bishop takes d5, because the queen was placed to the d5. So for example, we have in a dark bishop, so obviously the white bishop cannot capture if the pieces or the opponents is in dark. So this one is bishop takes e5. Bishop takes e5. It is very important that in chess plays, do not bring your queen in the early games. Now let's go to the capturing of the queen. How to record the capture of the queen? For example, this one, queen takes g5. So for example, we have a bishop here, so let's put a d6 and f6. Yeah, we have a dark and white bishop. So in e file, so capture this is to record this is queen takes e6. Okay, queen takes e6. Not the same with queen takes g5 in the earlier move. So this one is queen takes e6. So for example, this one, queen takes g5. Okay, queen takes g5. How about the pawn? Let's go to the pawn again. For example, the c4 takes d5. Okay, c4 takes d5. So either it is a queen, c takes d5 is the same. Now let's go to the how we write this in our recordings. Okay, this is our paper recordings. This is very important in chess tournament, guys. So the column is two. We have two column, the white column and the black column. So for example, this one e4, you must put this because the e4, white column e4, and then black column is e5 as a response. As we continue the knight f3 from the white. And then as a continuation, the black responds to knight c6, right? You see that? So write in the black column as knight c6, and then bishop c4 for the white. bishop c4 from the white column, and the response is bishop c5 from black column. Okay, put to the black column as bishop c5. So these are your recordings from white e4, response e5, number in f3, nc6, bc4, and bc5. So that was the picture of your recordings in the chess tournaments. You can always practice chess algebraic notations with your friends, families, and playmates. This is one of my favorite chess books titled Grandmaster Secrets. Subscribe, playmates!